Benders postgame on the Inside the Rink YouTube channel with Matty and Smitty and producer Connor. Go to theinsidetherink.com for Bruins articles and content. Get yourself some new Benders merch. Foreshadowing merch release coming up soon. Hit subscribe, give a thumbs up. Benders banter, 3 up, 3 down coming up. Tell us your sips on a thirsty Thursday. So Bruins continue their thirst. 5-game homestand. 5 wins in a row, 4-2 win tonight over Seattle. And as Dan Maynard would say, eat my ass, Seattle. The Bruins win it. I'll tell you, it didn't play great at times. Didn't have a ton of shots on goal. Seattle played last night. Looked like you played last night sometimes. Yep. But, Sway kept them. And again, it's opportunistic Bruins. An early goal, a second goal early, and then just kind of hang on, and then get a shorty from Kastelic.
Needed that one.
Kind of the recipe of what they've been doing all season long. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said before, you might as well just hop along for the ride. It's inexplicable how this team wins games. Started really fast, and then the Seattle coach took the timeout, and that really changed the tenor of the game. After that, Seattle was much better than you for the majority of the game.
Yes.
You took some penalties. The penalties were back. You were shorthanded 4 times. They scored twice. And that was those were their goals. They were zipping it around on the power play, making it look kind of easy. Surprised actually that the Bruins were able to kill a few off, especially losing Andrew Peeke, one of their better penalty killers. So it'll be interesting to see what the Bruins do there. But overall, they find a way. The shorthanded goal by Kastelic was huge because I thought they really needed the 2-goal lead back because you could just feel like another one was coming for Seattle, and then they got another power play and scored to cut it 3-2. And then it was nail biting time the rest of the game. The Bruins had some chances. Seattle had some chances. Swayman came up big. And they were able to hold on and get the empty net goal late and seal it. But kind of a weird game because they had all the energy early from the Chara night and whatever, and then it all kind of disappeared. And it did look like the Bruins were the ones that were on the second end of a back-to-back, and Seattle pushed them hard, and the Bruins were able to find a way to win somehow.
And they celebrated Zdeno Chara night. Quite the red carpet rolled out. A huge schedule of events, and it was quite a day. What's that?
Gold carpet rolled out.
Yes. Gold carpet, yes. What was your thoughts? I mean, the Bruins do this type of thing actually well. For a bunch of old fuddy-duddies, the Bruins do this thing really well. And it was a really good night for a guy who really deserved it. I don't know if I wanted Patrice Bergeron in the booth for a whole period almost, but yeah, I thought it was a really great night for Chara, for the team, for some of the former Bruins who came along, and shows you how much they cared for Chara and how much he meant to the organization, because he goes down as maybe in our lifetime one of the more important players because of what he did, and he was a big part of why the Bruins were able to finally secure a cup in 2011, and maybe our only cup of our lifetime. And we actually owe him a huge debt of gratitude, probably.
Absolutely, we do. Absolutely. I think, Bergeron and Neely both said it kind of in the when they were in the press box there, on the air with Judd and Brick, that he was a big reason that the culture shifted and welcoming the young guys, and kind of that wasn't how it was handled kind of back then. The young guys were expected to kind of, shut up and bow down to the veterans, and Chara kind of welcomed them in, and everybody was on even footing, and it allowed guys like, Marchand to really flourish during the playoff run, and some of those young guys were a big part of the reason that team won it. And as far as the ceremony tonight, I thought it was good. Like they do a pretty good job of of doing the whole thing. Like all the guys that had their jerseys retired, a lot of them were there for it. Come out, a lot of guys from the Cup team were there, and were out there. So I really thought they did a good job with the ceremony. I thought Andrew Ference was good. I've always loved Andrew Ference.
I have too. I do too.
I thought he kept it. It was kind of more conversational almost, even though he was like the MC. He kind of kept it a little bit looser, probably, a little funnier. It wasn't as stuffy. It felt almost like, just out there with your buddies kind of, rather than like, a stuffy ceremony that those things can somehow, sometimes turn into. So I thought he did a good job with that and handled it well. And, I thought the whole thing overall was a nice touch. What do you got, Connor?
I mean, how could you expect the guy that flew the bird to the Bell Center to be a complete stiff on the microphone,
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have to buy a beer ever in Boston. I mean, honestly.
No.
He's he was a big part of that team and has a great personality and seems like a genuinely good dude. So I thought he was a right choice and he handled it well.
He did. And I think that, go back to the game, one guy really stood out to me, and I've hammered him some and over the past several months, years maybe, is Charlie McAvoy, and he just is playing some of the best hockey he's played in a while, I think. I mean, just the last play of the game, the last play before that last penalty is just like really forcing the puck up the ice, just trying to make a play toward the empty net, draws a penalty, and that pretty much seals the thing. And that speaks to a lot of what he's done on this trip now. I think he's gotten past the broken jaw and the playing with the facial equipment and all that. And I think he's really playing some really great hockey for them right now. And this is what they need from him. And he's been just really good. And it seems to be even better and better and better as the nights go on. And he's just in a little bit of a groove now that we haven't seen in a while, that he's been able to kind of keep going and keep stringing games together. And he's starting to string quite a few games together for them now.
Yeah, I thought he was good. I thought he was really good tonight, and he has been on this homestand. I think he's playing the best hockey he's played since, kind of leading up to that broken jaw. Like he had some struggles early, and then he was starting to find it there, and then he broke his jaw, and was out for a bit. But seems to have found his game now, and maybe he's getting excited for the Olympics. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's getting over the jaw thing. I don't know. I don't know what it is overall, but whatever he's found, maybe it's talking to Zdeno Chara again. And is he's back in town?
Maybe.
Who knows? I don't know what the answer is. But whatever it is, he should keep doing it, because he was a force out there tonight. Made some great plays. He makes a lot of little plays that you don't notice. I feel like just getting pucks out of the zone or breaking plays up the defensive blue line that a lot of people don't necessarily see. Night in, night out, they see, the giveaways, or he gets beat wide, or, fumbles a puck on the power play. Whereas he shuts down a lot of plays before things actually get dangerous. And he's been doing that a lot more lately, and they need him to keep doing that going forward.
Yeah, and they had that one they highlighted where he kind of was behind the guy going to the net, kind of steered him away, then took the puck, and then kept going up the left side boards and made a nice little pass to get the rush going the other way. I mean, that was a really high-end, great defensive play. And then into an offensive play in transition. And that's kind of how he's been playing lately. And, look, he hasn't been good enough for a while at times for them. But right now he's playing really excellent hockey. And I feel like this team is they're not making the playoffs, but I feel like this team it feels like this, especially now that they're relatively healthy, if you minus Hampus Lindholm. I feel like they're getting some goaltending now. The defensively, they're playing better. Tonight wasn't as great, but they are playing better defensively. and they're getting opportunities. They have 5 guys in double figures in goals now. They're just. It seems as though they have confidence playing, more and more confidence playing together, and that they might, actually, take this thing to the end, and might even. I'm going to ask you this question right now: does this team deserve a trade deadline pickup? Does this team deserve to be buyers more than sellers at the deadline? The team itself deserved that.
Yes, the team itself does deserve it.
Yeah.
They do. The players in the room deserve it. They do. Should Sweeney do it is in a completely different story.
Right.
And I'm on board, and I've said it all along. I'll say it again for the people who, didn't hear me the first 150 times. If it's a guy with term that's going to make them better long term and not a rental, I'm in. If they want to get somebody that's going to make them better right now, I'm in. But I'm not giving away first round picks. I'm not giving away a bunch of things. So it's going to be difficult to do. I'm not saying it's going to be easy to do, but that the guys in the locker room deserve for a move to be made in order for them to improve.
I think the team is not going to trade their first round pick. Now, the Toronto pick and the Florida pick especially, I think the Florida pick could be had. I think that if they make these 2 picks this year, I think they can find their Florida pick next year expendable. That might be the pick that goes if they really find that they have someone that they think, as we think, that can help them not only this year, but going forward and has a chance to be with a team 3-4 seasons. Like you said, I'm not into rentals, trading first for rentals. I don't even care if it's the other teams first, Toronto and Florida. I'm not trading any of those first for a rental.
No.
At all. Like a Tyler Tuesday or something like that. I'm not doing that like in years past. But if they can get a guy with term, the Florida pick next year might be something that I would move for the right player.
Sure. I would do that for the right player. But again, it can't be a rental. It has to be somebody with term that's gonna be here and be part of the solution going forward.
How much do you think Sweens has just like? I mean, he has a fucking eggplant between his fucking legs right now.
Yeah,
and he's just like, boy, this team's making me feel like. This could be a run. This could be 2019 Blues. This is a feel about it. Like, how much does that get you off the course? Like, does that tempt you?
So, my problem with that is, I see them overpaying for a guy like Kiefer Sherwood because he fits.
He fits that model, which
he fits.
I don't love Kiefer Sherwood. I'm going to say it right now. I don't love him, but
yeah, I don't either.
Whatever.
I don't either. I mean, I like the hits, I guess, but you got enough of those guys right now. You do. You have enough. Kastelic and Kuraly and Tanner Jeannot is a fine fourth line.
And I'll tell you what, you got him at cheaper than that guy's going to get.
Yeah. So
that's my issue.
I mean, what's his highest goal total, ever? Like 18 or something, right?
Yeah, it's not super high.
I don't think he's ever scored 20 goals in a season. Has he?
Is that true? Oh, jeez, I gotta look now.
I could be wrong. Maybe
he's scored 20.
Maybe he had one season.
He had 19 last year. He has 17 this year.
Yeah, so maybe he'll hit 20 this year. Great. I mean, fantastic. But that's not a solution to your offensive problems.
No.
And it's certainly not worthy of a first round pick.
No.
So let's, pump the brakes on that thing.
And it comes down to the offense.
But I could see Sweens being like, this is the guy.
The guy, plays the way we want to play.
Lots of hits, chips in a little offensively.
Yeah. It
comes out of the lineup.
Again.
If he goes in, who comes out of the lineup?
It's a solid question. Who does come out of the lineup if he goes in? I mean, here's what I could see them do. Trading Iverson for like a bag of pucks and a fucking, discount gift certificate to Star Market.
Right, sure.
And then putting
been good.
And then getting Sherwood and putting him right in there.
Putting Sherwood there.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I could see. But
does that make you with what you'd have to give up to bring Sherwood in? Does that make you any better than what you are right
No,
now?
I don't think it makes you better at all. In fact, you can make a case now that Arvidsson brings an intangible, not intangible. He brings something that you don't have, which is kind of a speedy, shifty winger. And you're already down the winger thing. I feel like Sherwood, like you said, is another of what they have. And Arvidsson gives a little bit different something than what you have than the other guys. Now, look, I'm saying Arvidsson, you could trade him tomorrow. I don't give a shit. But I think that he does bring a skill set that's a little different than the other wingers. And Sherwood is a little bit more of a like piece to what they already have. And I'd rather have Arvidsson on this team right now than Sherwood. And I certainly would love the flexibility of having Arvidsson just for this year, right, and not having Sherwood for 5 seasons or whatever it is.
Yes.
I don't like that prospect at all.
No.
Like, I don't like that. He had 19 goals last year. He has 17 this year. He has 140 goals, 140-point season last year. Before that, it was like 31. And that's,
how old is he?
He's 30, I think.
All right. So
yeah,
it's going to go in the wrong direction pretty soon.
Yeah.
The point totals. It's like not like he's going to all of a sudden now
31 in March.
Yeah. No, he's entering his prime. I mean,
yeah.
So, and he's got a 40-point season. So when he gets to, a year or two from now, that shit's going the other way. And you think he's going to still have 400 hits as he gets into his mid-30s? Like, right. He's not.
No.
He's not. What do you got, Connor?
So for me, the whole Kiefer Sherwood bit, right? He's probably going to be a player that the Bruins get outbid for one major reason. All of the serious contenders are going to overpay for a guy on a really cheap contract like that, where the Bruins aren't going to be willing because they will have the space to make that happen. But one of the things I also want to touch on for players like Arvidsson on the Bruins, last year, Don Sweeney used up all 3 of his retention slots. I would expect him to use them on rentals that he's trading away, like a Victor Arvidsson, to get a little bit more in return.
Okay.
I mean, that's smart.
I hope he does. I hope he
does
everything at his disposal to get the most back.
Right. So let's talk Nutty. He had a goal, his 10th goal of the season.
Yeah.
Mind blowing. He has what? 5. Half the goals are on this homestand.
Yeah.
He's got 21 points. He's, I'm seeing some things. I think Matthew Curtis said earlier, like, that he could see that maybe I will wait for it, but he could see, him being like a 25 goal scorer if he just, finished and this and that and the other thing. And I had a hot flash. I think I got a little lightheaded, but look, he's again, second goal this homestand where he blew by a guy up the wing.
Yeah.
And finished properly in front of the net.
Mm-hmm.
Like similar goal to the other one, just the other side of the ice.
Mm-hmm.
And he brings speed. If he could ever get his hands to do the work around the net.
It seems like he has some hands.
And he's 23. Like, that's the thing. Like, he's young. You know what I mean? He's young.
I mean, there's still time. Our friend Marcusi on X posted NHL Bruins players that have scored 10 or more goals by the under 23 or younger season. It's who's Nadinov, Minton. So 2 guys on the current roster with 10 and 11, what they both have this year. That's both of them this season. Jake DeBrusk in I don't know what year it was, and with 19, and David Pastrnak blows, like, shouldn't even be in the same conversation with those assholes. 48 goals in a season. Jesus. Under 23.
Wow.
And we're jerking these guys off for getting 10 and 11.
I know. 48.
You know what I mean? I
Oh
know
my
he's in
God.
a different stratosphere. I know it's
Right.
David Pastrnak, but let's pump the brakes on the other 23-year-olds that just hit the 10-goal mark. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for Nutty. I'm happy for Minton. I think there's more there for both of those guys.
Yeah, probably.
I think there is.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And I think, as Victoria just said, I feel like Nutty needs to stay another year to see if he can develop more. And I agree. I think that, you see him here again next year for sure. I think he is starting to produce. And, we've seen guys in the past having a hard Kiefer Sherwood. We've seen guys have, and then all of a sudden they score 17 goals, 21 goals. Morgan Geekie, we see guys all of a sudden have a couple 3 years where they get, hover around 20. So again, I want to see him on a third line. I don't want to see him anywhere near the top 6. I think he's a really good, if it's him and Minton and somebody on the third line. Steve's or
go with all those young guys.
Yeah, Steve. I think that's the case. Steve's is hanging around. He's not producing offensively.
Not right now.
But he's hanging around, and it's been a while now since he was on that kind of hot tear. He was the new shiny toy for a bit. They've been getting other balanced scoring from balanced secondary scoring, but right now Steve's is not really, offensively producing, but he is doing some positive things. Tonight he took on Vince Dunn, and he's doing some positive things. He's hitting, but they're gonna have to make a decision there. They need to improve the forward group, and I'm not sure. Steve's is a nice player now on this team.
How old is Steve? He's mid-20s, right?
Yeah, I think so. But he's not a guy, I think, that I don't know if you really move. I don't really know if you can
26
with him.
26.
Yeah, 26.
So, I mean,
so this is who he is.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, he can shoot.
I don't know if I can.
Get me wrong. He can shoot the puck, but and he is doing enough of the small things on this team. But I mean, he's probably a place where you could upgrade.
I think so. As much as you want to kind of fall in love with that type of player, which the Bruins fans always do, I think you can get a better player there.
Yeah, you should
be around than him.
And if you're gonna go with potential on Minton and Dinov, both being under 23, Steve's more kind of closer to his prime. So he's a guy that I think is probably what he is, and that's somewhere where you could upgrade.
It could. And next year, I wouldn't mind Kastelic Steve's fourth line. I wouldn't mind that. But again, if you keep kind of talking yourself into this guy, keep this guy, keep this guy, then you're running the thing back, essentially.
Right. Yeah.
So you want to, it's hard. I know it's hard not to say, well, that guy's decent. Yeah, keep that guy. Yeah, he's decent. And all of a sudden, you got the same team, essentially. You have to make some hard decisions on guys. And
you do.
And I just hope that, boy, this is just trade deadline. Last year was kind of a surprise. It kind of snuck up on the team, I think. And we were surprised at what Sweeney did. This year, we know that Sweeney is actually willing to do that kind of thing now. So I think this trade deadline is one of the more interesting ones they've had in a while, to be honest.
It will be. It will be very interesting to see how they handle it. And I'm not sure I'm going to like the way they handle it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But we'll see. I really do think they could go either way. I think it's going to go right down to the wire. And Sweeney's going to be like, do we think we can make it? How's the team playing right now? And then they'll decide. I really think it's going to come down to the very end before they decide which way they're going to go with it.
So coming up now, you've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games until the break. You're at Chicago, at Dallas, Vegas at home, Montreal at home, at the Rangers, Nashville at home, Philly at home, and then a Tampa Stadium Series and at Florida. So you've got some tough ones. You're playing Dallas and Vegas and Montreal and Florida and Tampa Bay. So you're playing. That's half of those games are against those teams. So this is this 8-game little stretch here coming up. You're just coming off a high, winning all 5 your homestand. You go into Chicago Saturday night. Obviously a really good chance to beat that team. But then you start getting into, then you go to Dallas. Then you have Vegas at home. Then you have Montreal at home. So this is going to be one of those where you could go 4 to 6 points here, either way. And then that could make or break what you're doing because you got 10 days after the break, and then it's trade deadline. Like it comes right after. Yeah. So you have to make that decision. And I really hope Sweeney keeps his eye on the ball and does what you say. If it's a guy who is a legit player, then I want term with that. If it's not, then if you're going to get like a Arvidsson type, then it better be like a fourth round pick. And right. A guy that maybe is toward the end, but maybe has a little bit left, like Chandler Stevenson, for instance, for example. I don't know if Seattle will trade the guy or whatever, but someone along those guys, although he makes a pretty big contract.
Yeah.
But, something along the, as far as the player, forget the contract, as far as the player is concerned, that type of player.
Yes.
Jonathan Marchand, whatever. Like those types of players. If you get them in a deal that's expiring soon, maybe this year, hopefully this year, maybe next year only, then maybe I consider those. But I still want them to see, Peeke, Arvidsson, Middlestat. To me, those guys are the ones that really need to move. At least 2 out of 3 of those guys move on, get something for them. And you can. I think you can still be what you are now. If you do.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with Peeke, but if he's hurt, like that's
a big one. I mean, he got hurt tonight.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
Suck some of his value.
Again, a right shot D going down.
Mm-hmm.
Aspro played fairly well tonight. Not the fleetest of foot, but tonight he had another night where he had, I don't know what it was, three hits and 3 block shots and just kind of doing the little things, doing enough to be solid.
The lines defense pairs were all jumbled up because of the Peeke injury. He left after the first period, so
right,
second and third they were kind of all over the place as far as that went, but he held his own, and
yeah,
he
did.
He held his own.
Brady Whittier says, one more guy that should be moved, Korpisalo. I'll tell you what was funny, and then we'll get to Bender's banter. Bergeron's talking, and Kastelic scores, and Bergeron does this, oh yeah, good one. And all of a sudden, Judd, who hasn't done a lick of play-by-play for an hour, it seems, just goes, he scores like out of nowhere, like no, nothing, just he scores, like okay, Judd.
Yeah, had to go into announcer man.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Voice. You couldn't have just said, "Oh yeah, Kastelic scores shorthanded."
Oh, big goal shorthanded for Kastelic,
and just continue the conversation. No, he's got to break into I'm announcing.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay, Judd. Bender's Banter presented by Evolve ABA offers consulting services from a board-certified behavior analyst to adult day programs, residences, schools, and even businesses using the principles of applied behavior analysis. Evolve ABA is also pleased to offer staff training in collaboration with parents of children with autism and other special needs wishing to learn more about the science of applied behavior analysis. To learn more about Evolve ABA, call Sean Daly at 774-823-5016. Or visit evolveaba.net. Matt Coe says, would the Rangers want Korpi? Rangers are a dumpster fire, I swear. Surprised that Korpi didn't play tonight?
Not really.
No. So you're going to go Sway? You're going to go 3 in a row now with Sway in Chicago?
I might give Korpi the net in Chicago.
I am 100% giving him the net because you have Dallas on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I'm going. I'm going Korpi and then Sway Tuesday in Dallas.
I was a little surprised by it.
I wasn't because of Chara night. I figured they'd give it to Swayman for
try to win one for
win one for Z.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't surprised that they went back to Swayman.
Jones, strike first, strike hard. Great way to start the game. It was. I mean, Husnadinov's speed in the finish. It's a great way to start the game.
It was a fantastic
great start to Honor 33. Now build on it, says Odysseys. Adrenaline dump. If I was Sweeney, I would work my ass off to convince Elias to move. Look, we did fall off a cliff last year, and we took a different direction, drafting centers, any preferred destination. Elias Lindholm. There was our boy Jesse on X said he wondered if he'd waive his no movement, and maybe they took a little bit of money retained or something. Would they explore that? I say no. I say Sweeney still is in bed with Elias Lindholm. I just don't think it's on Sweeney's radar. I think Sweeney has talked himself into Elias Lindholm being a really good player still, because he leans on the couple of things he does well, face-offs, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Sweeney is thinking of getting rid of that guy one iota.
I don't think so either, but he should be. He should be. Because 5-on-5, he is invisible.
Yes. But, Sweens, 5 or 6 years they covered the guy. Someone was saying on X. Maybe it might have been Jesse. 5 or 6 years they covered the guy. And then they finally sign him to this albatross contract, because they literally probably didn't watch him play for a good 3 or 4 years. They probably just said, this guy is this, and let's get him. Well,
that's what I feel like happened. I think this is what I think happened. They watched him play when he was in Calgary, had that great season, and then they did not watch him. And then they watched him in Vancouver in the playoffs.
Yeah, and he did well.
And they're like, oh, there he is.
He can do this.
He can do it. He just needs to be on a good team with good structure, all the things. And here he is with a ridiculous contract. Same with Zadorov.
Yeah, they didn't outbid anybody.
They watched him play in the playoffs, and we're like, he's a beast.
That's what they did with Bileski.
Yeah, he could get away with everything in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They didn't realize that in the regular season, Zadorov gets called for all the penalties.
All the penalties. Although, I'll tell you what.
They watched those guys play in the playoffs and like, yes, sign those guys. And they did. And both the contracts at the time, I didn't think were great contracts. I mean,
although I'll tell you this, though. I love how he called Montour a pussy on a hot mic tonight. That was, you fucking pussy. Yeah. That was awesome.
It was.
Go ahead, Connor.
I think my worst nightmare is that this team barely sneaks into the playoffs, and all these players that Don Sweeney went out there and got play like absolute bastards in the playoffs, and they win a few rounds, and Don Sweeney licks his chops and fucking gets ready to run it back with one more person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think if they let's say they get in and they win a round. That's what I'm saying. I think that Sweeney could say, you know what, we're not that far. We'll get a guy. We'll get a guy, and we'll be right there again. Let's just add to this little thing, and it's going to be a colossal fucking mistake, because next year they're going to hit a couple injuries, and they're going to be dead in the water, and it's going to be completely useless. And that's what my fear is that there's going to be false hope by the Cinderella story thing.
Yeah,
that's what I don't want.
I think he feels like that those guys are playoff performers, and if they get into the playoffs, those guys are going to make it.
The Joonas, the Eyssimont,
No, well, like the Lindholms and the Zadorovs, especially.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, he's going to feel validated if they went around in the playoffs if those guys play well. And I have a feeling that if they get in, those guys are going to play well in the playoffs. I do. I do. It's fucking stupid. I know. But all of a sudden, Elias Lindholm's going to be like a fucking world beater.
Can you imagine if they made?
I might have to just stop doing the podcast. Like if Connor said he would quit, like I might have to just stop doing it.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Lindholm is just a beast 5-on-5 in the playoffs.
Can you imagine if they make the Eastern Conference Finals and we look like a bunch of fucking idiots that have been talking about how bad the team's been all year?
Yeah. it's going to be a hell of a ride.
Yeah, don't fall
Come
off.
along for the ride. I've been saying that all along. Come along for the ride.
You know what? St. Patty's Day,
Yeah.
I'm going to be green like Shrek, and I'm going to. Dan Maynard sent us a picture of me green.
Priceless.
Oh my god, it looks like fucking Shrek, and I'm going to be hammered on fucking iced coffees or whatever this Irish coffees.
Irish coffees, yeah.
And I'm going to be all about the Bruins. I'm going to be on the bandwagon. Like I'm going to be like Gronk, fucking shirtless and just hugging people.
Yeah.
How many games has Eyssimont been a healthy scratch now? First man out. Could you get a third and fourth? No, Odyssey, you couldn't get.
I don't think so.
You couldn't get a bag of fucking dicks for. Like, I mean, honestly, I mean, you could get maybe a fifth, maybe I don't know. I mean, like a third round pick in 2035. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, Eyssimont has had a track record of been on good teams. He has been all right for himself. But there's a reason why they signed him for like 1.3 million or whatever. Like nobody else. I mean, it's Mikey Eyssimont. You know, he's not playing on this team. Like there's no room for him on this team. Sean Kuraly, who's 53 years old, is playing over him.
Guys.
Yeah, they have too many fourth line guys. Too many.
Yeah.
So I don't. You just can't. I mean, you could dump them from cash considerations if you really feel like that prorated.
I think
$100 grand is
a fine guy to keep around as an extra forward. Like it's fine.
Yeah. Matthew Curtis, that finish by Kuzi was pretty with a bit more confidence or ego. I really feel like you can end up being a perennial 25 goal scorer. Matthew Curtis, who's already on the Irish coffee, it seems. I mean, look, he's got speed. He does have some ability. He's only 23. I have to keep telling myself that. I feel like he gives this vibe of Steve's 26, 27, been just around the league. This is his 10th team. Matej Blumel, like somebody's, just taking a flyer guy. And I got to get my head around the fact that maybe he's not just take a flyer guy. Maybe he's actually got some potential because of his age.
Like, is he Dmitry Kovatanov?
Yeah, I mean, I said Mariusz Stachowski. Like, he's just one of those guys. Yeah, one of those guys. But Mariusz Stachowski scored 35 goals in the league one year, 30 in another year, 20 goals 6 times.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
he was a good player.
Yeah, I mean, he was a really good player.
With the Islanders, he was
Kovatanov had like 1 or 2 really good years and then fell off the face of the earth.
Fell off the earth.
I feel like
he's Dmitry Kovatanov.
I feel like that
might be a really good pick by you there, Dmitry Kovatanov. Ken Hudge Jr. Yeah. Didn't he have 30 or something? Didn't he win Rookie of the Year or something? I don't know.
Kovatanov? I think he had 30 as a rookie.
Ken Hudge Jr.
Oh.
Kovatanov, yes. Kovatanov had 30. Let me see. He had he played 112 games. He had 42 goals and 49 assists. In 112 games, he had 91 points. He had 30 goals, 42 assists, 72 points in 73 games his rookie year.
There you go.
Then he had 12 and 7 in 39 games and never played in the league again. There it is. Marat Kovatanov. Yep, there it is.
Maybe Nutty will go the reverse. This year he's doing his 12 goal thing, and then next year he's 30 goals and 42 assists.
I swear to God, if he's got that, then they're going to the Cup final next year.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I would love the shit out of that.
Yeah, then they would clip all the stuff I said about him and just keep replaying it.
Yeah, Connor would just be playing that on a loop.
Oh my God, we'd have sounders that were just like Nutty, sit Nutty, trade Nutty.
Yeah. All he does is skate around. I think you said
all he does is skate around. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I think Nesson will definitely be hearing from the FCC tomorrow. I've never heard you You fucking pussy. That clearly, it was clear as day. You fucking pussy. Like, I wish we could have clipped it. It was just like, wow.
I thought
Clear
there was
as
another
day.
time I heard a swear too.
Yeah,
I thought it was a couple.
someone's on that earn turn on the delay is yelling.
Yeah, somebody's getting fired over there.
Yeah.
Gotta bleep that shit out.
Do we feel like this team is doing the bulletin board material thing? They feel like they're a really tight group, and they'll try their asses off to make the playoffs. As Matthew, yes, they don't give two shits about draft position. Nothing. Players don't care about that stuff,
and they shouldn't care.
They shouldn't care. They don't. There's no guarantee they're on the team next year. They don't give a shit about your draft position. They don't.
No,
because those players probably won't play another 2, 3, 4 years from now.
Yeah.
Like they're not even going to be remotely on the team. A lot of these players.
Yeah.
So they don't care about that at all. So I think this team is tight knit. Correct. I think this team is like really bought in, super tight team, which is kind of rare.
They're playing for their jobs and they're playing to win.
And
playing for each other. And I think they are bought in.
And when professional players play with that kind of desire and heart and togetherness, they are automatically better than they should be.
Yeah.
They are.
And they're overcoming, a lot of their shortcomings. To they're better than the sum of their parts as a whole.
They are.
It's kind of a fun team to root for. That's what I'm saying. Get on board.
Yeah.
Hop on board.
Positivity all over the place here tonight.
All over the place.
Man, for $7.75 million, Lindholm really just seems to go through the motions. If it's face-offs you want, should have just kept Beecher at this point. Could have saved some money, says Matt Papa. Bricktop, rare treat to see a non-fighter try to fight. Good for him not being a puss about it.
Yeah.
Says Bricktop. Odyssey, second line playing for each other. Mitts stepping up for RV. Sweens with some hard decisions as we're getting closer to the deadline. You don't want to mess with the chemistry when you finally find it. We talked about this. The chemistry. Do you screw up the chemistry by trading a guy or two? What message does that send?
Yeah, you do. You do
So
screw
you
it
do.
up. Especially that line that's really playing well right now. And you're talking about earlier tonight, 2 of the 4 of those guys, you're like, those guys should be moved. So you're taking you're taking 2/3 of that line away if you're trading Arvidsson and Middlestad. Those guys are gone. Zacha's out there with his dick in his hand with no line mates. That is going to screw with the chemistry. It will. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting to see how they handle this trade deadline. It really
do you think that they wait until the offseason? Not really for Arvidsson because he's a free agent, but they wait till the offseason and trade Middlestad or something like that. Trade Middle. They'll let Peeke and RV walk. Maybe even bring RV back another year. But trade Peeke and let Peeke and Arvidsson walk and maybe trade Middlestad in the offseason and not fuck with this thing because it's going fairly well. And again, the Bruins would still like to make the playoffs as an organization.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I think
it might be a dud of a trade deadline. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's going to go right down on the wire. And if they're still in it, I think they hold on to those guys. I do.
I do too. The more I think about it, I do too. Right now, they're in the second wild card. Actually, they're tied for the first wild card position, but they're right in the wild card. Some teams have caught up to them game wise. Some haven't. But I mean, they're right there. So it's a hard sell to the room saying, hey, thanks for all that effort, but we're trading XYZ. See ya. Like, that's kind of a tough sell. That and they've tried. I mean, the culture maybe it wasn't broken, but it was not quite the same. So they've seemed to have built that thing back up. And Sturm kind of has obviously has a good handle on the team. They're playing hard. I feel like it's coming back, the culture thing. And then like you said, to trade 2 or 3 guys. I mean, do you risk having to start that fucking thing all over again?
You do risk it. You do.
So that's a factor.
Because especially if they're in it. Like if they're close, and they haven't had like a big losing streak. it sends a terrible message to those guys that are battling their asses off every night with maybe a roster that's not as good, and they're performing above expectations, and then you're like, well, sorry, and you just
cut it didn't matter.
Loose. Yeah, you weren't good enough.
Tough.
And then I think if that happens, they implode. I honestly believe that.
Yeah,
and I think the culture goes, and I think the buy-in goes, and I think it's gone.
I think it's something that people aren't considering right now.
Yeah, if they do that and they're close, I think that's what happens.
Yeah,
you look at a guy like Middlestat, who's never been accused of being physical or a defensive guy, and he's the first one that steps in when Arvidsson gets belted.
That was interesting.
Under the net. That tells me that they're bought in, because if that guy's doing it,
right,
then everybody's doing it.
Sure.
And so you trade a guy like that after he's bought in and the whole thing, I think it sends a really bad message.
Yeah, he does that, and Lohrei headlocks fucking Coleman.
Yeah. I mean, you guys that aren't normally that type of player, getting into some things, but protecting teammates. And that's playing for each other. That's part of the culture. That's part of, the sum is better than the parts or whatever, all that junk. But they're playing above their heads.
Yeah. As a fan, I guess, what do you value the most? Like, you've got a hardworking team, overachieving team, giving you something every night, give you a little bit of physicality. You might see a fight. You might see all the things you like as a Bruins fan. I mean, there's some Bruins fans out there who would rather have this type of team.
Yeah.
And there's some like me who would like fast, speedy, great offensive hockey, like great, really talented team like Colorado. Some like me would want that. But there's some Bruins fans out there who would rather want this.
Yeah, I would rather have the Colorado Avalanche roster than this roster, if you're asking me.
Yeah, I'd rather have the historic Bruins team.
Yeah,
that thing.
But I don't not like this team. Like, I like this team. They're a likable team.
I like this team more and more every night, to be honest with you.
It's easy to root for this team. It is. So I'm kind of torn. Like, I know in my head that they should sell and they should play for the future because the team really isn't good enough. But if they're going to keep winning, and I root for them to win every night, I'm not rooting for them to lose. If they're going to keep winning, then I'm on board. Like, let's win. Let's see how far we can fucking go with the thing. And I guess, future be damned for now. Like, you got some draft picks, you got some, first round, good draft picks in the system now. You got some first round picks coming up. Like, use those things, use your cap space, be smart about your free agents, and, add some things and let's see what we can do.
I would almost argue that it's almost sweeter to be a team like this, get into the playoffs barely, like win a first round game, upset somebody. That's almost more exciting and satisfying, and gets more emotion out of you than the team a couple of years ago that just blew through everybody and you expected them to win.
Right.
Like, I feel like it would be sweeter to like just come up from the depths of hell and all, like this. The Blues fans in 19, that must have been such a wild ride. Like,
because you're not expecting. Yeah, you're not expecting. I mean, that's kind of like the Patriots this year,
right?
Like, you're not expecting them to do anything, and here they are. Like,
and that's just really fun.
It is. It is fun. So that's what I'm saying.
This is me talking me into this already. It's fucking January.
Are you gonna be earlier than St. Patrick's Day?
I'm 2 months early to this thing right now.
Yeah,
like, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
Is it going to be like Valentine's Day?
I'm telling you, the roller coaster of emotions during the winter break is going to be just astounding.
We won't paint you green. We'll paint you red for Valentine's Day. You're already red. Look at that. Red paint on your face. I'm ready to go.
I'm fucking Cupid right now. Stupid Cupid, because this team isn't good enough. But a lot of tired legs out there. But this group is learning to close out games in the second half of the season. Excellent 18 minutes from Odysseys. That was the most ain't nobody stopping me goal from Pasta, says Dan Maynard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lindholm nearly fucked us there. Yeah, he gave the puck away with like a minute 10 left. Just gave it away for transition. I mean, I don't know. Like I just look 5 more years of it. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's not going to get better. He's 31 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. That's a real pain in the ass contract right now. And if Sweeney probably doesn't see it that way, but he should. Like everybody sees it that way. You try to find, and during the broadcast, you do you notice that every once in a while that anything positive happens, they'll talk about it like a little over the top.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to talk it into existence. And Dan Maynard, eat my ass, Seattle. Much needed win. And under the 33. That was a nerve-wracking last 2 minutes, Victoria. Sure was. It sure was. Marat Datsuk just keeps on keeping on, says Lethal Migraine. Marat Karatelnov.
How did Elias Lindholm not get credited with a giveaway? I don't understand the stat.
I think they have to take it from you. Like they take it off your stick, like a battle that's lost, maybe.
I don't know.
I feel like passes.
That's not a giveaway. I
shit ass pass is not a giveaway.
I don't know.
I don't either. Excellent podcast, says Odysseys. I'll expand on Zacha. You playing couch GM. A, at what price term do you resign him? B, what type of trade return do you let him go?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is. Term price is contingent on, is the guy a center or is he going to play more left wing than center and so forth? Like that matters to me. Connor's going to tell me how wrong I am and how they should sign him for $9 million for 9 years. Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I did see somebody on X before we popped on that alluded to Pavel Zacha, living in Boston, and he's going to take a hometown discount.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
And I laughed my balls off.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It was what was the guy's name?
What does that hometown discount look like?
I'll try to find the tweet real quick.
Okay.
Is it like are they going
to me, hometown discount is 6 years at like 6.5.
Yeah. I was going to say 7 and change.
Yeah. That's a home. Yeah. In that 6 to 7.
If he signs for 6 at 7.5, I think I'm okay with it.
6 years. So 6 times 7.
Like call it 42 million. 6 years.
42 million. Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. And where's he playing?
He's playing center on my team. Yeah.
Okay.
Casey Middlesex can stay on the wing.
Your centers for the next 5 years. Or Elias Lindholm, Pavel Zacha, Fraser Minton, and Mark Kastelic.
No. I'm trying to.
So you're playing him at wing at $7 million.
No, I'm playing him at center, but I'm trying to get out from underneath Elias Lindholm.
Okay. If you can do that, then yeah, I see again. I'm only trading Zacha because you fucked up the Lindholm thing.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
You backed yourself into a corner.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Zacha.
Yes,
and it's not that easy.
Complicated?
No, it's not complicated. The other thing is, what type of trade return do you let him go? I mean, you need a very good prospect. It needs to be similar to Carlo.
A first, a prospect.
Minton first, and then something else probably.
Yeah, I would want something else.
So maybe 2 prospects and a first, or like a Minton type player and a.
What if you got a first and then a first next year and then a prospect
in Minton-ish player?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be what I'd be looking for.
Or a first and a second and a prospect, or
I'd say first and then first the next year. That's where I'd start.
Yeah.
I really want to try to get that. And that's only if Zacha is like, no, I'm probably I'm gonna want 8. Sorry, like that's
right.
I'm gonna want 7 times 8 or whatever.
You should.
That's
get
the only way.
That's
the only way I explore. So I have to find out where he's at. guy may be right that he's going to take a hometown discount. I'm not sure of that, and frankly, he's kind of stupid if he does, because right now his value is real high. Centers are so hard to find, and there's some team out there who's going to see him as a second line center that they can use, defensive second line center, underneath their top line of offensive players that fits in nicely, and they're going to want to give him probably what he deserves. So he must really like it here if he's going to take anything less than that, because this is his one chance at the big one.
It is. So if I was him, I'm not doing a hometown discount.
No, I'm
this
not.
Is one shot at the big contract.
Yeah,
and he should take it, and good for him.
Yeah. Dan Maynard says, "Sip is ice cold water. It's so fucking gross and hot here. Boy, I long for hot right now."
Mm.
It was a little. It was 40 degrees yesterday, and it felt like 60. Like you smelled a little bit of spring. You know that smell, early spring, where it just smells a little different outside. It's thawing.
Yeah,
and I was like in heaven. Like I was like I forgot how nice it is when this is 40, not fucking 60.
Yeah,
like Jesus.
Yeah, I went outside yesterday. It was like 47. And I was like, this is beautiful. I was like, seriously consider like putting the windows down in the car, like iced coffee, like do the whole thing.
Like, do the whole thing. Get after it. Yeah.
Do the whole thing. And speaking of warm, we will be in the warm weather pretty soon. We're going to go down to Florida for the old Stadium Series.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Stadium Series, we have a limited edition merchandise. Look at that thing. Look at that. Boy.
It's a beaut.
Benders on the road.
Yeah.
Limited edition Stadium Series tee that you can get from now until the post game ends the day of the Stadium Series.
Yep.
It is a limited edition. And that's all. It will be gone that day. And we also have some merch to drop. Player merch. We got three new player shirts. Look at these guys. We got Pastrnak. We got Minty, so fresh and so clean, and we got the Big Mean Russian.
We do.
Zadorov. So
there it is.
Scan that QR code right there. Go into the old merch shop. Buy those bad boys.
Yeah, buy those right up. So fresh and so clean.
Connor's already got that Minty shirt on order. He's the first one getting one. It's like
absolutely
gold plated, covered in jizz already.
We put that weed leaf right on it for him.
Yeah.
Oh, and Sean Michael, we're gonna send you a youth boys just for you. He was saying in the comments that he was mortified that we would offer small as a size. So we'll send out a little boys one for you. A win in Big Z heading to Sydney. I better start some training real quick, says Aussie Bruins. Yeah, Big Z. I'm so torn in this team, says Brady Whittier. And I'm becoming that way too, Brady. I hate kind of rooting for them to lose, but still am concerned about the long term if they don't get a good pick. I am too. I mean, I just don't see how you can, how you get to a Stanley Cup contending level, like what the track is. I know what the data says. You need offensive play, like it's particularly centers who are like top 5 to 10 picks in the draft.
Not even top 5 to 10, top 5.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, in that range. Yeah.
Even Pavel Zacha at 4 is a stretch.
Top 3 centers. And I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe you just can't get it. Maybe you just can't get it for a long time, and you have to try your hardest to try to get there with something that's a little against the norm. Maybe
the Bruins did it before against the norm.
They did. They had 2 second-round picks as the centers.
They got otherworldly goaltending, and they had really good defense.
What was the last? What is the other? Is there another? That's a good question. Is there another team? The top 2 centers were not first-round picks that won a Stanley Cup. Like, when's the last time that happened? 2 non-first-round picks.
Is Robert Thomas a first-round pick? He's a high first-round.
Yes, he's a first-round pick. I think he was like 16 or in that range, mid first. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to take a look back and see what
Ryan O'Reilly was he a
first rounder.
He was a first rounder too.
I think so. Braden Point was a third rounder, but they had Stamkos, who was 1 overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'd have to look back. Go ahead,
What
Connor.
you got, Connor?
I will say, regardless of draft position, Bergeron and Krejci were definitely special for when they were drafted.
Right.
So there is that. But one thing I did want to ask you is before, the Bergeron and Krejci, who were the two or the one star centers on the team prior to that? And how long did that gap take until they got there?
Well, I mean, they had Thornton, late 90s to early 2000s. And then they had Savard.
Yeah, Mark Savard.
As the bridge. Before that, it was Jason Allison, late 90s. And then it was Oates and Janney before then.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Adam Oates was world-class, Hall of Fame.
He was, yes.
But their second-line center was like fucking Steve Kasper. So I don't know who their second-line center was. No, it was Joey Juneau, wasn't it? Or was Juneau on the Oates line?
Played wing.
Yeah, Juneau played wing. And I can't remember who the center was, like in the early 90s when Oates was the top line center.
Steve Hines.
Was it? Todd Alec.
Maybe.
The gaslighting from the Benders is fucking unbelievable. To even put an option for a small shirt is a slap in the face to all of us. Yeah.
I mean, neither of us is wearing a small, so I don't.
No.
That's producer Connor just trying to gaslight.
And producer Connor is like 6'2", 230 or something. What is he?
You know what?
Like,
we should make him wear the small shirt.
We should.
In fact, in Tampa, we're gonna make him wear a small cutoff shirt.
Yeah. He'll look like fucking Zach Galifianakis out there, like fucking rubbing his belly.
We're gonna give him a fucking satchel. We're gonna give him a man purse. We're gonna give him.
You know what?
We're gonna
all the fucking pirates around. I'll fit right in.
Yeah, we're gonna cut out the fucking pockets of your jean shorts so your fucking ass is hanging out.
Oh my god! There's gonna be a couple of pirates who are gonna corner you one night. And we're not saving you. Like Jesus, that's gonna be outrageous.
How could I expect you two to fucking save me? I would just have to throw you down in front of me and run away.
No, be like, clank. Good luck, Connor.
I mean, I got beat up in 5th grade. Yeah, I mean,
that's one shot to the face. Like, I'm not even fighting again.
Yeah,
I'm on your own.
Jesus Christ, get me out of here.
Crackheads, is this team good? 2 separate 6-game losing streaks, a 7-game winning streak, and now 5. Another long losing streak or wild card bound, says Pejman. I'm going to ask you this. Is this the best hockey they've played all year?
Probably.
I think it is because the key is defensively.
Yes.
They're playing really well. They're getting the goaltending. They're getting goal scoring from all over the map.
Yeah.
This is the best balanced streak they've been on.
The problem is all at home.
All at home.
I don't love that. I don't love that part of it.
There it is. I mean,
show me you can do this on the road against good
10
teams.
10 and 11 on the road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Show me you can do it on the road against good teams.
Yep. That's the next one. That's the next one.
That's the next step. That's the next step in the evolution of this.
And that tells me road record has always told me that which team has a chance to make a run. Like I always look at the road record, and this team has a 10 and 11 road record.
Yeah.
So if they don't go on a string of 6 out of 8 on the road, and they never get there, then they're still not legitimate in my mind. So I'm going to take a look at these road games coming up at Chicago, at Dallas. Like at Dallas, that if they win that game, then I might start turning the corner fully. Fox Guy says maybe being a little bit lighter has benefited McAvoy. Maybe a little more nimble out there.
Maybe
could be.
Maybe that he's getting his strength back now too, though.
Yeah,
after he lost all that weight.
Could be too. Steve's would be good in the bottom line with Juneau and Casti if you get rid of Curls and Eyssimont and VL, says Victoria. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Pejman, I fear the worst. Finishing 2 points out of a playoff spot, worse than the draft pick, and then to run it back would be brutal. Would be.
It would be.
It would put you in the 1999 when they were Anson Carter and Jason Allison and no chance to win a cup. That would be that group right there. Gotta love the crowd booing Neely and Sweeney tonight, says Severed Soul. Yeah, I mean, well deserved.
Jacobs, the old man, heard it bad.
Bad. Bad. I think they're going to go for it and make a trade and not wait for deadline. Cam and Sweens dearly want to make the playoffs, says McRack. Yeah, I think that's their job security.
It is.
Right there. You can't talk a non-hockey guy into your hockey plan. You can't. No. They don't watch fucking hockey. They want bottom dollar. Like, how are you making me money? Hand over fist. That's what they want. So you can talk about draft picks and analytics and all this other bullshit all you want. Charlie Jacobs could give a shit. He wants ticket gates. Hawkeye, $5 to say I'm thrilled with how this team has picked themselves and just simply have done this, played better. Great to see it. Big W for Chara. Thank you so much, Hawkeye.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Go Hawkeyes. Dude, 8 games above 500. Can't believe it.
Me either.
Me neither. 27, 19, and 2.
Who would
have? Not me.
No.
Fucking penalties, says Nat Pat. I just bought tickets as close to our bench as possible to the Nashville game so I can scream, fucking stop. Stop it. Stop taking fucking penalties. Yeah. Matt Curtis. Matty's gonna say Nutty might be the next Johnny Busick.
TABA mean? What does that mean?
TABA?
Yeah. Take a bath, asshole. What is that?
Totally a Taba. Stop taking fucking penalties, Taba. TABA.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Take a bath, asshole.
These assholes better agree. I don't know.
Yeah, these assholes better agree. Yeah. Maybe he was talking about us.
These assholes better agree. We do. We agree. Fuck those fucking penalties and those guys.
$20 for Matty to say that Nutty might be the next Johnny Busick.
He might be the next John Busick. He might score 545 goals in the National Hockey League. He might.
Thank you, Matthew Curtis. Appreciate it.
He's about 530 to go, but he might get there.
Hey, one of the best under 23 Boston Bruins as far as goals
ever. A nut here, if you will, away from David Pastrnak's 48, like right there at the cusp. Yeah. FCC doesn't have jurisdiction over cable channels. Those pussies can say whatever they want. So can these pussies.
Yeah.
Seven souls.
Thank God the FCC doesn't have.
Oh, thank God.
Podcast. My God.
We'd be having the finale.
I mean, we'd be taking all you guys' money and putting it right into the fucking swear jar.
We'd be paying the fines.
Yeah.
Fine me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pay for an uncensored hockey game channel. Seven soul. Yeah, uncensored.
We've talked about doing a full-on watch party.
Benders cast.
Yeah, Benders cast.
Yeah.
Talking about doing a Benders cast for one of the last games of the season.
Yeah.
We'll do a little pregame, we'll do the full game, and then we'll do postgame.
Yeah.
Be on here for fucking 5 hours.
Hours on end. Yeah. Really testing the Wi-Fi and the electronics.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Really tester.
Testing the limits. Of
everything. The Gatorade bottles, ladies and gentlemen.
How about Fox Guy says we need Benders lids? Benders.
We do need Benders lids.
Ball caps.
We do need Benders lids.
You know what I'd love is like the embroidered little fucking Benders logo right in there.
That's what I want to do.
On a nice ball cap.
I want to do truckers. A nice trucker with a
like your Lops trucker hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just like that.
Bruins Benders right across it.
With the the little patch.
The logo.
The logo patch right there in the middle.
Yeah. Wow, that would be pretty good.
We got a buddy who does embroidery. We should fucking have him.
We should just reach out to him and say, hey, how much to do some limited edition hats just for the crackheads.
Yeah, let's do it.
Put crackheads in the back bottom.
Yeah.
Crackheads. I don't know if you want to go around walking into work with crackheads in the back of your hat, but maybe.
Maybe you do.
maybe you don't give a fuck about your job or your future. Or your future.
I don't.
Oh man. All right, let's get to 3 up.
Oh,
Yes,
Connor,
Connor,
what's the
go
talk?
ahead.
So when Sean said it was insulting for the small shirts, I did put a
I believe
poll
you said
out there.
gaslighting. Yes.
Yeah, I did put a poll out there on YouTube. If you haven't voted, please do. Small has gotten 0%.
Yeah, I mean that's Sean has actually DM'd everybody here and been like, "Don't you fucking vote for small ever."
Yeah.
And to be fair, everybody who is going to be down in Tampa, please send the Benders an email.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking for the sizes on the shirts is we're probably going to bring some swag along with us to dole out to you fine crackheads in the comment section. So
Right.
make sure we got enough.
Double XL, says Matthew Curtis.
I mean, there's all sizes available on the website for sure. But what I bring, we'll see.
Maybe I can get you a double XL, Matt. You know, you just spent $20. I'll put it toward your double XL.
Your double XL.
Christ. Thanks for the money, Matt. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. Always.
All right. 3 up, 3 down. Up. You want to go down first?
Let's do down first. Right. Number 3, down. Penalties are back. Wasn't good to see. And look, the 5-on-5, the Bruins no goals allowed tonight. Yeah. So the 5-on-5 plays getting a little bit better, but the penalty kill, down to 19th, I think now.
Yeah.
Seattle in 2 games against you scored 5 power play goals, 3 for 4 the other night, 2 for 4 tonight. Got to clean up the penalties if they want to continue to win. Because if you're starting to play some of these better playoff teams, you can't be in the box all night and expect to win those games. So clean it up. Number 2, former Bruin Ryan Lindgren, -2 tonight. And just because he's a former Bruin, I thought I'd throw him under the bus there.
Yeah, he was traded for that.
He was traded to the Rangers in the Rick Nash deal, I believe.
Nash deal. Yeah, Rick Nash. That's right.
And then number 1, Brandon Montour. He's just a douchey bitch and still has some Florida Panther in him, I think. Not a fan of his. He's a good hockey player, but I think he's an asshole. And
he is a good hockey player, but yes, he is an asshole.
I think Elias Lindholm agrees with me.
Yeah, I think so too. Up, number 3, Sway. Continues to play really well for them. And he's setting up for an Olympic appearance. He keeps playing like this. He'll be the Olympic goaltender for the U.S. 2, Charlie McAvoy. He's been really, really good. He's been really, really good, and they need him to be really good. And I hope
full of assists tonight.
Yeah, hope it continues for a while. Hope he stays healthy. He's a magnet for.
I know.
Stuff. But and then 1 Zdeno Chara.
Yeah,
way up, like 6'9" up, like way up.
The uppest.
Yes, up. Look ahead, January 17th at Chicago. What do you have?
I'm going with
Bruins 4-2, didn't you? They just won 4-2.
I'm hopping with it. 4-2 Bruins in Chicago.
4-2.
Korpi's in there.
Okay.
4-2.
Goals is up, says Mac.
I think Morgan Geekie scores in that game, snaps the skid.
Okay. He was close today. He had a shot in the slot, right in the belly.
He had 3 shots tonight, so he's around it. I think he scores on Saturday.
Okay. I'm gonna go 5-4 Chicago in overtime. One of those frustrating games that they drop on the road. Maybe even 5-4 in overtime. 5-4 in the shootout, just to fuck, because I hate the shootout.
You do hate the shootout.
5-4 in the shootout, just to completely rake my balls against fucking
chain link fence.
Yeah, chain link fence.
Debbie Downer.
Oh god. Yeah. Would you rather Chicago Blackhawks, Connor Bedard, Frank Nazar, Vlasic Knight
against Pastrnak,
Geekie, McAvoy, and Sway overnight, right?
Sway overnight. It's not that far off. Knight's been really good this year.
He has.
But McAvoy is a huge.
Vlasic. Yeah,
that's a big W.
Pastrnak over anyway they have.
Yeah.
So it's a slight Bruins, right?
It's slight Bruins.
Yeah.
I think I probably would take Nazar over Geekie personally.
Mm.
And Bedard and Pastrnak's close. Like Bedard's been really good, but I'll take my guy. I love me some Dave.
I will too. Look at Pastrnak is the guy. And today I see people when he was taking Johnny Busick out, like put a C on that. Do not put the C on David Pastrnak. Don't. And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. He probably does. But I don't want it on him.
I almost commented on that tweet and said,
I don't want it on him.
Yeah. So just leave the pressure off the guy and let him play.
Let him play hockey.
He was smiling out there tonight. Did you see that?
Yeah,
like
he was.
The third.
He was.
Happened and he was smiling. Like they enjoy playing together. Like just leave him alone and let him fucking play. Don't think more pressure. He has enough pressure on him. He's got the whole fucking city on his back every night. Like, don't put more pressure on him.
I think Pastrnak would love to win a Stanley Cup for sure.
Yes.
I definitely think he loves this type of team where he's kind of the head of it, the leader, like in bringing guys along, seeing them getting better and better. I think he loves this, what's going on this year. I do.
Yeah, I would agree.
Even though they have no chance of winning a cup. And they're probably not going to make the playoffs.
He's having fun this year because last year was such a fucking kick in the nuts.
It was. Then the
holdouts and the firings and the trading of all the guys. Like it was just a shit show from beginning to end. I think he's having much more fun coming to the rink this year than
100%
a year ago.
100%. Well, all right. Hey, one more kick at the merch. Brand new merch out. Go ahead and grab it. Minty fresh.
Yeah.
Let them cook. Big mean Russian.
Yeah.
Right there at that barcode and at the store. If you can't get to the barcode right now, insidetherink.com/Bruins-Benders.
There's other shit on there too. You can buy that too.
Lots of other shit on there.
And we got the limited edition stadium series that's up just until the day of the game.
And then the Montreal one will come out that day as well.
Yes. Montreal one day only. So.
Yes. Boom. You'll have them both.
Yep.
Have them both. Hey, great night tonight. We'll be back at it Saturday night after Chicago Blackhawks, Boston Bruins. Bruins 6 in a row, 5 in a row in the homestand. In a playoff position. Who would have thought it? Thanks so much, everybody. As always, go Bruins.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.